and then it wants a name for the campaign. The name for the campaign does not need to be the same as the name for the title of the email, but I often suggest that they are the same, just so that it's easy to reference in the reports. So you could say ice cream social tomorrow night, as for an example, as a title, and then you would put it in both places, the from name, and I just leave all this stuff alone. It's just the only time you'd want to say auto tweet or auto post to Facebook is if you want everyone to see it, and if you're not using personalization, so the dear first name kind of personalization. And then you hit next, and then it'll ask you what kind of template you want. I generally suggest to people to do the 1-2 column or the 1-2-1 column. Probably the 1-2 column is the best. It allows for you to have copy at the top, copy underneath the images, and then you can drag and drop copy below as well. So it's a good one, especially if you're going to be highlighting a couple of posts in your newsletter. And if you don't have anything to highlight, you just don't highlight anything. So, but you can test it out and try different things till you get what you think fits you. So I'm going to add that. And then these are all of your content boxes that you can pull in anywhere you want. So they give you kind of a basic starting point, and you can expand on that. But if I wanted to add, let's say I wanted to add a boxed text above the social media stuff, I can do that. Your style and settings will determine the background color. So if I wanted to make that a blue box instead, I could. If I wanted to put just plain text above the box, I could do that too. If I wanted to, and then I'd save and close. If I wanted to drag and drop an image card up here, I could do that. So it would put an image with a box. So you've got all sorts of options, and you can just play around until it looks the way you want it to look. But basically, images, you click on what you want to change, you browse your folder. We were playing around with some images earlier. So if I want that one, then I hit select. It'll pop that image in there, and then I can edit my text here. I'm editing text. And if you want to make that text link to somewhere, you just highlight it, you click the link, and then you put the URL. So if I wanted to go to Made with Joy, that's what I would do. I'd insert it there, and voila, it goes somewhere. One of the things that we were talking about with the newsletters is you want a clear call to action. You might have sub call to actions, but you want to make sure that your main call to action is easy to understand and easy to find. So if I pull this button in there, I can make my call to action sign up for the ice cream social. Click here. Or, book your spot. And then at the ice cream social. And people will generally understand that that's a link. You just need to make sure it goes somewhere. So it needs to go to the web address of the ice cream social so that people can register. The browse header, we just made a simple one on Canva and pulled it in. And this is your opportunity to kind of start speaking to your clients. So clear styles, there we go. So dear, and then this is where you can hit a merge tag. Dear first name, did you know that we are going out for ice cream tomorrow? We'd love for you to join us. It is a super simple process. Just click and book. Hello to book. Something like that. Okay, you don't always need to tell people that they need to click on the button. It's just, I was trying to come up with words. Sometimes words can be distracting for clients. So you can go to the Lorem Epsom website and you can pull in kind of fake text and it works really well. So if I just want one paragraph of text, I can generate it really easily. And then I can pull that into my blog post or my newsletter until they have a chance to look at it. If I clear styles, it'll put it in the right size. Yeah, so you probably don't need a paragraph that big for a digital. So this way, the person seeing the newsletter sees the header and the text and the call to action really easily and quickly. The top bar you should always adjust. So you should always have it say ice cream social tomorrow. Don't miss it. This is what the user will see in their email in this area. So then we go to column 2, and I don't like how long that is, so I'm just going to say view in your browser, take that off, so then it's a little bit less invasive, and I'm going to hit save. And then of course I can change this text as well, so I can make that be the Lorem stuff until I know what they want to say or what I want to say, and then I can delete things that I don't need. So I can take all that out because it doesn't look so great. So there you go. So it's not that hard. What is hard is getting it right, getting it to say what you want to say, and getting it to look good and not be too busy. That's definitely the challenge. If you want to test it out and see how it looks, you go up and you hit preview test and you enter preview mode. And the preview mode will show you what it looks like on a phone. I'll show you what it looks like on a computer. And then you can also send yourself a test. So you can send a test email. Just be careful, they don't let you send mass amounts of test emails, but it's a good way to check everything, because what looks good on the computer and what looks good in the test area might not actually look good in your emails. So you can go back and you can check your emails and see how that looks. And so that's come in under promotions, Joy Foster, ice cream social night tomorrow night, and then you can read exactly where it says ice cream social tomorrow, don't miss it. So I could probably make that a bit longer if I wanted it to be. And then there you go, you've got my image, you've got the dear first name, and then you've got the text, and then there's the button to the ice cream social, and then there's other things I want you to read, and then maybe this important box I want you to look at. It's important, and I didn't do it, and you can see now that you link that image to your website, because it's useless if someone clicks on it. It's useless, they just see the picture. So if I go back into my MailChimp, the first correction I'm going to make is to link that image to my website. And then when the test comes through again, I can double check that it works. But you can check the links when it's in preview mode. So I can check the link there and it should go to my website. All right, so that's that. The thing that I would also suggest is, we were talking about sometimes your campaign is as simple as asking people to update their preferences. And that's asking them to update the things they're interested in, asking them to update maybe a postcode, asking them to update their phone number, things like that. So MailChimp kind of serves as a database in that sense. So the easiest way to do that is to link the button to update preferences or update profile. And you'll find the link for that down at the bottom in the footer. See, it says you can update your preferences. And if you just put your mouse over it and highlight it, you'll get this thing up here, the link, and that's your update profile link. And it's just a merge tag. So if I save that and I go back up here and I decide I want to change this to update your profile, help us out, help us get organized, update your profile, then that button will, if you put that in as a web address and save and close it, that will prompt someone to update their profile. So when they get it in their inbox and they click on it, they'll then see all the things that are in their sign up form. So we'll go to the sign up form next. Basically, this more or less is done. Again, all the design stuff and what you should put in there and how you should put in there should be taken into account after you've read the document that I sent out that came from HubSpot, because it's a really good document and it walks through everything. And I'll put the link at the bottom of the video in case you can't find the PDF download.